The Jay Slater case has been riddled with rumors, lies, misinformation, and basically people saying crazy things for views and likes on the internet. Let's go back a moment to the video that Dan O'Keefe claimed to have of Jay being tortured to the point where he lost his sight and had blisters on his arm. Nothing came of that video, even though many of us pleaded for an update on what was going on. Was the video passed on to police? Did Dan mistake the boy in the video for being Jay? Instead, we got nothing. A big question in this case is whether it was Jay that was found at the bottom of that ravine. The body was identified using fingerprints, which is interesting since it was laying open in the elements for weeks. Why not dental records? Debbie and Jay's family never saw him to confirm that it was him. They were advised against it, and when they went to the funeral home, they saw a coffin with a rose placed on top. So how can any of us be sure that it was Jay that was found? Believe me, stranger things have happened. Before we get into the latest information going around in this case, I want to update you guys on the GoFundMe. Believe it or not, but it is still up and receiving donations, with the last donation just 9 days ago. There is no sign of it being closed even after all these months. So, there are now claims that Jay wasn't found dead, and his body wasn't sent back to the UK, but instead he is alive, and being held at a location. This information was put out by someone, and many are wanting proof of this. This photo was then shared, showing a lad, who they say is Jay, sleeping on the bed. We can only see the back of his head, so how can we be sure it can be anyone honestly? This man Joe, who has been stating all of this, went further and said this is the man in Jay's coffin. He even shared a location of where Jay is currently being held. I think this is very far-fetched. I don't think Jay Slater is alive and being held somewhere. Interestingly enough, Eyob responded calling Joe a rat. What does that mean? Does Joe actually have information, and is Eyob accusing him of ratting someone out? What do you guys think? Drop your thoughts down below.